Love holds no grievances. What's good, fam? Today we made it to lesson 68 of A Course in Miracles. Can you believe it's been 2 months of us waking up in this world and being enlightened? Very powerful stuff right here. I've had a great time so far, and we are not even almost halfway done. So let's be glad that we have a lot more time together before we go our separate ways. Today, we are going to understand why and how love, aka God, holds no grievances. Me and you hold no grievances because me and you are love. Love created us like itself, like yesterday's lesson stated, and we're going to understand how whenever we have grievances towards someone else, for whatever reason, we may think it is only holding us down, it is only hurting us. We need to let ourselves free from all those. Now, before we continue, I have the definition of a grievance right here, just in case you may need it. I needed it. What a grievance is a real or imagined wrong or other cause for complaint or protest, especially unfair treatment. So let's just say somebody you know, right, has treated you unfairly or treated you in a way that you believe makes you feel like they wronged you, right? And remember, it says a real or imagined wrong. That's what a grievance is. It's kind of like a grudge. When you hold a grudge against somebody, now we're going to learn that we have a lot of those, even if we're not aware of it. And just by bringing this thought about grievances up, a few people have probably popped in your mind by right now that you're like, shit, I know who I need to forgive. I know who I feel wronged me. And you're telling me that me holding that grievance against them is hurting me and holding myself away from all of my blessings. And that's exactly what's going on here. And you're not alone, because I have those people too. So we're going to do this work together, and we're going to free ourselves, because it's needless to hold those grievances. Whoever they are also, just like us, doing their best in this body, in this world, who have fallen asleep. They are doing their best. So just know that we are all in this together, and we're going to understand why and how we can forgive them, and why that would be beneficial for us. So let's go ahead and dive straight in. If you got the book, you already know where to go. And if you don't got the book yet, the PDF is in the description, and the book is at Barnes and Nobles. So you know what to do. Now let's go ahead and continue. Lesson 68 of A Course in Miracles. Love holds no grievances. Buckle up, because this is a powerful one. You, who were created by love, like itself, can hold no grievances and know yourself. Off the rip, it just shows that if someone's holding a grievance, they don't really know themselves. And that's including me and you. We have those grievances towards others, and when we are so focused on the wrong that others have done to us in that moment, we can't know ourselves. Would we hold on to that grievance, or would we know ourselves? There's really only two options. To hold a grievance is to forget who you are. To hold a grievance is to see yourself as a body. To hold a grievance is to let the ego rule your mind and to condemn the body to death. Perhaps you do not yet fully realize what holding grievances does to your mind. It seems to split you off from your source and make you unlike him. It makes you believe that he is like what you think you have become. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was beautifully stated. I'm going to read that one more time, and let's really feel the fullness of those words. It makes you believe that God is like what you think you have become, for no one can conceive of his creator as unlike himself. So off the rip, anybody who describes God or whatever they want to call it as something evil or judgmental or or whatever the case may be, anything other than love, they don't know themselves. And this proves that it makes them believe that their creator is what you have become. They think that everyone, everything, including God, is like what they have become, because no one can conceive of his creator as unlike himself. But what's really going on here is who our source is, pure positive source energy, love and light, created us like himself. And that cannot be said enough, because remember, the repetition of this information is going to make this stick into our minds and wake us up. This is all the tools that we have. When we're asleep, we can pull these tools out of our toolbox and use these consciously and deliberately and with awareness and deliberateness to wake back up out of the dream of worry, doubt, and fear. Let's go ahead and continue. Shut off from yourself, which remains aware of its likeness to its creator. Yourself seems to sleep, while the part of your mind that weaves illusion in its sleep appears to be awake. One more time. Shut off from who you really are, which remains aware of its likeness to its creator. Your self, who you really are, seems to sleep, while the part of your mind that weaves illusions in its sleep appears to be awake. Can all this arise from holding grievances? Oh, yes. For he who holds grievances denies he was created by love, and his creator has become fearful to him in his dream of hate. Who can dream of hatred and not fear God? Oh my goodness. Who could dream of hatred and not fear God? It is as sure that those who hold grievances will redefine God in their own image, and it is certain that God created them like himself and defined them as part of him. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will suffer guilt, as it is certain those who forgive will find peace. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will forget who they are, as it is certain that those who forgive will remember. Would you not be willing to relinquish your grievances if you believe all this were so? Perhaps you do not think you can let your grievances go. That, however, is simply a matter of motivation. Today, we will try to find out how you would feel without them. If you succeed even by ever so little, there will never be a problem in motivation ever again. Begin today's extended practice period by searching your mind for those against whom you hold what you regard as major grievances. One more time, this is big, and this is the work that me and you need to do today. Begin today's extended practice period by searching your mind for those against whom you hold what you regard as major grievances. Some of these will be quite easy to find. So think of those individuals who you hold major grievances against, and they're popping up in your mind right now, and those are the people that need to be relinquished. Those are the people that need to be forgiven. Then think of the seemingly minor grievances you hold against those you like and even think you love. It will quickly become apparent that there is no one against whom you do not cherish grievances of some sort. When I first read that, it was so very true. Me and you, no matter how much we think we like or love somebody, it could be the person closest to us. It could be a family member or a sibling or a friend. Whoever it may be, there is no one against whom you do not cherish grievances of some sort. Can you believe that me and you, love and light, like God created us, have fallen asleep to who we are, and we've been projecting our sense of fear and separation on everyone, and we're thinking that they're those bodies, and we're thinking that we're these bodies, and we're holding all these grievances, whether major ones or even the smallest tiny little grievance, and and form of upset against that person that we think that we love, that's wild, because there's some work for sure that me and you need to do. We need to do some forgiveness. And whenever you get the hang of this, it's going to be fun. Whenever you learn how to forgive the right way, the real way, and remember, they don't have to be in your physical presence while you forgive them. They have, you could just do it right here now. You see how it may appear like there's no one around me and I'm just right here in this body alone? That's not really the case. I am one with and a part of all that is. I am one with and a part of God, because God goes with me wherever I go, and so does everyone else. So right now in this moment, I can close my eyes and I could think of somebody who I hold a major or even a slight grievance against, and I can forgive them for what I believe they have done to me to make that grievance valid. I can do that right here and now, and so can you. And if you are willing to, then you're going to do it. And if you don't have the motivation to do so, then you are going to be in the cage, shackled to the metal that you have put yourself in, and so am I. So motivation should not be a problem here. Me and you should see the importance of what forgiveness can do and let everyone off the hook and set ourselves free. And the cool thing about that is, now whenever we are free and we're in the presence of that person that we have forgiven, we didn't forgive them to their face, but they're gonna feel free as well. Me and you, the light of the world, have just saved that individual from that sense of fear that they have always thought about you. Keep this in mind. I'm going to try to say this in a way that makes a little more sense. Let's just say you forgive, we're going to say Derek, okay? We're going to say you forgive Derek for whatever reason you may have held that grievance against him, whatever he may have done in the past. You sit right there where you're at right now, you close your eyes and you forgive Derek, and you open them and you feel free, and you know you did it right, because now you think of Derek and it feels like there's no block no more, because you set yourself free. Now, let's just say you and Derek see each other on a regular basis. You're going to be in his presence and you're going to set Derek free, because unknowingly, with his ego mind, he can't really tell what happened and why it feels so light, but who he really is feels that, and deep down he's going to feel that and feel free from you, and you just saved Derek, because he is also love and light like you. You are the salvation of the world. You are the light of the world, and you knowing that is going to wake others up and save them from their fearful thoughts that they have made for themselves. Because is there anything other than that we need to be saved from? No, it's only our own illusions that we have made in our mind that me and you need to shine the light on, to be reawoken to the fact that they were never really there to begin with. They were only in our mind as illusions, but whenever we wake up, we will see that it really never happened. Like whenever I go to sleep in this on the bed, and you go to sleep on the bed and you fall asleep in this body and you have dreams and you wake up, you understand that dream really never occurred in this world. That's kind of what's going on here on a larger scheme of things. Me and you are, for the most part of our entire life, we're identifying with the ego, therefore sleeping, and right now we can consider ourselves awake. And we understand that all those fearful thoughts that we may have had towards anyone or anything were just illusions, because they were all in our mind and they were never really there to begin with. This is some major work that me and you are going to embark on for the next few hundred days, but it is going to be worth it. I promise you that, and I will be here every single step of the way, and I know that you will be here every single step of the way for me as well. So let's go ahead and continue and finish off this lesson. This has left you alone in all the universe. Let's read this one more time so we pick up where we were. Begin today's extended practice period by searching your mind for those against whom you hold what you regard as major grievances. Some of these will be quite easy to find. Then think of the seemingly minor grievances you hold against those you like and even think you love. It will quickly become apparent that there is no one against whom you do not cherish grievances of some sort. This has left you alone in all the universe in your perception of yourself. Determine how to see all these people as friends. Say to them all, thinking of each one of them in turn as you do so, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you are a part of me and come to know myself. We're going to use Derek as an example again. I would see you, Derek, as my friend, that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. Me and you are all one with and a part of each other. And if you think any thoughts of judgment on me, you have to be aware that those are really your own judgments about yourself that you're projecting on me to let yourself off the hook. But really, you're doing yourself a disservice, because now that you're putting all those judgments on me, you are making me appear like I am separate from you. And now you have split your mind from being one with and a part of God and all that is, and not being who you really are, which is being one with and a part of all that is, just because of that little grievance that you may hold about me. Now, I'm not saying you do, but that's how this work goes. You have to observe the people in your life that you have put your own judgments on, and understand that the reason why you were able to give that judgment to them in the first place is because you had it. And whenever you release them and forgive them, you are also releasing that judgment from within yourself, setting yourself free, taking those sandbags off the hot air balloon, so the hot air balloon, which is you, can rise to the top where you desire to be, one with and a part of all that is, with Source, with God, with your Creator, with your loved ones, creating meaningful relationships, deep relationships, having abundance of money or whatever it is that you desire in this world, and not being attached to it, because you know that you are one with and a part of all that stuff, having the experiences, whatever it is that you desire in your personal life can come about, and only to the extent to which you let go of all of those grievances you have put on the world, aka yourself. Because remember, this world is just reflecting back to you what you think about yourself, because you are as God created you. You are one with and a part of everything. Therefore, if you are one with and a part of everything, and you see something out there that may be appearing to be separate from you, you are cutting that part of yourself off from you. You have just split that part of yourself off, when you can be one with it. And that's what you desire. And that's why me and you are here in the earth school. Me and you are here to be reflected back to us all our worries and doubts and fears, and forgive and forgive and forgive and forgive. And once we forgive, we will be set free, and we will be able to no longer see the fear in that thing that we have forgiven, because we learned our lesson. We read the book, we got an A+, and we passed. We are evolving, me and you, doing what we are doing. I hope you know that what we are doing here is nothing minor. This is the most important thing that we could be spending our time on today. This is the most important thing that you could be doing in your life right now. There is nothing more important than the work that we're doing right now. And I'm sure you know that, or else you wouldn't be here. Spend the remainder of the practice period trying to think of yourself as completely at peace with everyone and everything, safe in a world that protects you and loves you, and that you love in return. Try to feel safety surrounding you, hovering over you and holding you up. Try to believe, however briefly, that nothing can harm you in any way. At the end of the practice period, tell yourself, love holds no grievances. When I let all my grievances go, I will know I am perfectly safe. One more time. Love holds no grievances. When I let all my grievances go, I will know I am perfectly safe. Do you know how important that is? This shows us that anybody who feels unsafe holds a grievance of some sort against something or someone. Because whenever you know that you have no judgments towards anyone out there, you feel safe, because you don't believe that your projections are going to come back at you. And again, although we don't use these words on a day-to-day basis, especially for the sleeping mind, although we're not even aware that this is going on, this is what's going on. And right here is a perfect way to describe what's going on. Anybody who holds grievances of any sort, which is I'm pretty sure all of us, or else we wouldn't be here, because this body is a learning device. We are learning to let go of all that worry, doubt, and fear. Those who hold grievances of any sort against anything or anyone are not, they don't feel safe. And that's practical, right? If I have this sense of fear within me, and let's just say I project it on, we're going to use Derek as an example, whoever that may be, we are going to project what I believe is fear in here. And remember, I'm unknowingly doing this. I'm not saying I'm doing it. Nobody knows they're doing it. They're just doing it. I believe there's some separation and fear in me. I project it on Derek for whatever reason, because that fear I think is there. I am perceiving with those lenses. Therefore, I'm seeing Derek through those lenses. Therefore, I'm projecting all of that fear on him, and I'm kicking back like, I'm good. He's the problem. I'm chilling. That's the problem out there. It's not me. That's the problem. Now, what happens with that is, even though if I never said that to Derek, or I never implied that, and maybe we don't even know each other, now I believe that that projection of mine is going to come back and hurt me in some way. And again, we don't say that, but that's what's happening. And that's why anyone feels unsafe, because if you feel safe, that must mean that you who are love and light only have love and light to give, because you have done all the forgiveness work that you need to do. Therefore, you can only give what you have, which is love and light. And if you shine that out there, you're not afraid of that, because that can't do nothing to you. It is who you are. But whenever you forget who you are and you are projecting all that fear out there, you believe that it's going to come back at you and attack you. Now, this helps us understand that whenever we see somebody who's fearful, you know exactly what they've been doing with this powerful tool of theirs, and you know that they have been asleep, projecting all their fears onto the world, thinking that they need to protect themselves from their projections. And there's nothing wrong with that, because me and you do the same shit. But when we're aware of seeing how this works in other people, it's more apparent in us, and we could not judge them, but say, oh, that's what's happening. That person over there is fearful because they're projecting all of their illusions on the world, thinking they need to be protected from them coming back at them. And I'm not judging that, but I'm just observing, because I do the same thing. And then go about forgiving what you need to forgive in order to set yourself free from the prison you have encaged yourself in. The short practice periods should include a quick application of today's idea in this form. Whenever any thought of grievance arises against anyone, physically present or not, love holds no grievances. Let me not betray myself. One more time. Love holds no grievances. Let me not betray myself. Because that's exactly what you are doing whenever you hold a grievance against someone, is you're betraying yourself. You are betraying yourself if you are not letting that person off the hook, because that person is one with and a part of you. That is you. Again, however crazy that may sound, you are one with and a part of everything and everyone. Meaning, if you hold a grievance against someone, you just split yourself off from another part of yourself, and you are betraying yourself by doing so. So let's make sure that we understand the importance of today's lesson, which was a very powerful lesson, and we do the work necessary in order to remove all of that, all those sandbags that are holding us from rising. In addition, repeat the idea several times an hour in this form. Love holds no grievances. I would wake to myself by laying all my grievances aside and wakening in him. Love, which is me, holds no grievances. I would wake to myself, who I really am, by laying all my grievances aside and waking in him. Beautiful, powerful lesson that is, we've discussed a lot for today, so we're going to conclude right there. This was lesson 68 of A Course in Miracles. We are going to meet here again, same place, same time, for tomorrow's lesson for lesson 69 of A Course in Miracles. So until then, may we never be the same, and I will catch you there.